So here we are, we're over at Drayton Manor today. First time we've been here in about, what, 4 years?
3 or 4 years. I don't think we can remember, can we? It was before it got taken over, I think.
And it was before Apocalypse went down as well, because we rode Apocalypse. It was last year that Apocalypse was open.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the first time that Ted and Oliver are going to be able to get to do what used to be Shockwave and now the Wave. And we're also going to the first ride on Gold Rush, which is behind us.
Yeah, behind us. So we're looking forward to trying out this new family ride, the Gold Rush, because we've heard good things about it. We've also got disco. I don't know how some of you feel about discos, but we're still going to go do it. What are you excited for, Ted?
I'm excited to ride the Wave.
The Wave? Cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Oliver?
Same as Ted.
Camera.
Same as Ted. I'm also excited to ride the Wave.
What about this one right behind us, guys? You excited for this one?
Well, I've been on another coaster called Gold Rush. Me and my mum didn't like it, did we?
I don't think the name necessarily means it's the same though, Ted.
Yeah, that was a wooden coaster over at...
Six Flags.
No, it wasn't Six Flags, California's Great Adventure. Yeah, it was a bit rickety, to be fair, but this isn't a wooden one.
Anyway, we're going to go get on this ride and see what it's like.
See you in a bit.
See you soon. Bye.
Right hand side, thank you.
So we've just been on Gold Rush, you can see behind us, which is a new family ride. Was it last year, I think? Last year it was finished off. I really liked it. It's not the most thrilling or the most intense, but it had a lot of nice different elements. We had a little bit of a station that we went in. We had a little tiny launch, like the tiniest launch ever. A little bit of a backward spike. Yeah, it was fun. It was good fun. Ted, what did you think of this?
I think it was a good coaster. I liked the backward spike and I liked the little launch on it forwards. I think it was a nice coaster. And it also changed track, which was pretty cool. It was a bit tame, but it was a good roller coaster because it had like some, what is it called?
Well, it had different elements, didn't it?
Yeah, it had loads of different elements, and I think it would be good for families for stepping up a bit.
I also really liked the theming. I thought the queue line was quite nice, wasn't it? And it was all undercover, which is always a plus. So if you do get a hot day, it means at least you can get into the shade and get out of the sun a little bit. Yeah, it was really nicely themed. I really liked it. Thought it was a good addition to the park.
I thought Gold Rush, it was an okay ride. It's a nice step-up coaster. It is obvious though that Drayton Manor are aiming now for the family market, which I completely understand because that's where the money is. It's just a shame that I think that they could do with a slightly more invigorating roller coaster, because now they're just down to 2 proper thrill rides here. But it's a decent ride.
Okay, so we are having a sit down, aren't we, Oliver?
Yeah.
Because David and Ted have decided to go on the Maelstrom, which is the swinging ride above us, behind us. I'm not a big fan of these spinny rides, and I don't think you are either, are you?
No, I've been on one and I wasn't.
I have been on this Maelstrom quite a few times when I was younger, and actually it's one of the better ones out there. It doesn't make me feel too sick, but I'll leave it to those two to go on it. So we'll show you a bit of film in a minute of it, and see if we can get them on it as well, won't we? And we're just going to sit and chill.
So we're now going to walk over to the Wave, which is the old Intamin Shockwave. So it's got sit-down seats now. I've never done it with a sit-down before.
Yeah, it's our first time riding it as a sit-down, isn't it?
And to be fair, I never remember this being rough, even when it was a stand-up. It was always quite smooth.
No, it was one of the better ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. Are you guys looking forward to it, Oliver?
Yeah, I am quite looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go get on the Wave and see what the queues are like. To be honest with you, it's a really nice warm day, and that queue for Gold Rush wasn't too bad, so hopefully the queues aren't too bad either for this.
coaster called The Wave. It's really good. It's got 2 inversions and it's a bit salt snow. That's all it is. And it's pretty smooth as well. No overhead. Good. So he actually meant 4 inversions. It's not 2. I really liked the loop. It was very smooth. I think it was an okay coaster. It's worth riding it.
Yeah, I thought it was nice and smooth. It was good. My lap bar went quite tight through the second inversion, so I was like, oh, my legs. But yeah, I probably preferred it, same as David behind the camera, probably preferred it as a stand-up. Don't know, just had something about it as a stand-up, but probably better for my head as a sit-down, because my head doesn't get banged as much. But yeah, nice theming, all good.
I've got to say, I actually think it was mainly down to the cars. I thought the cars stapled you in way too much. And I also think the first inline twist as well is also a bit rough on the right hand side. But it's good. It's a pretty old roller coaster now. It's 30 odd years old, so it's probably doing better than me in terms of condition for that length of time. Anyway, we're going to go get some water ice because it's absolutely baking here. We're in the middle of a heat wave and it's over 30 degrees again today. Quick change of plan again. We're actually going over to the river rapids instead because Storm Force 10 is broken. So we're going to see what that's like because I haven't been on that for years. Seriously, what is the point of that? So we did the rapids. The rapids, as I remember, are pretty tame, and they've had to do a lot of safety measures on there after the incident that happened a few years ago. So it's got a big cage around it, and there's constant messaging, which I completely understand because I could never have that happen again. And it's a shame because the rapids are really tame. But we're going to go get on Storm 410, which I always remember as being a really good log flume. So we'll go give it a go. Speak to you all in a bit. So I think it was this ride back in about, 2012, 2013 or something, honey, that I sank on it?
Yes. And a few others from the RCCGB, I think. Yeah,
we got round to the Laughless Hill that takes you back into the station, and the boat went up at a weird angle and caught the edge, and the back went down and sank. And they had to stop the ride, and they were shouting at us to sit down, but we had water coming up above our belly buttons, and we were like, no, we are not sitting down.
It was hilarious, because me and Sarah decided not to go on it again, and we had a nice hot drink. We were just stood there laughing because all we could hear was this commotion, but we couldn't see what was going on. And they were soaked, absolutely soaked. It was October, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was absolutely freezing. It was a loopathon with the RCCGB, so yeah, it was October and it was absolutely blinking freezing. Yeah, I still remember that.
Let's see what it's like today.
Oh, the water was so cold and it went everywhere. Hopefully we won't sink today. We've just done the log flume. We got chased by a wasp on the last one, so everyone was panicking and running like hell away from it. That's probably going to be in the bloopers. But anyway, let's have a look at how we did. Kelsey is rather soaked, but she's got dry bits. We've got dry bit there. Oliver is wearing black, so it's quite hard to tell. And Ted was soaked, and I am absolutely drenched. We got the back seat.
So I'm wearing these shorts because they're quick dry shorts from Mountain Warehouse, and they're brilliant. They're almost dry already. So, great.
But anyway, I think Storm Force 10 is probably the best log flume in the country now because we don't really have many others. Can you think of any other decent log flumes in the UK? It's probably the best one now.
This is brilliant.
Anyway, we're going to go and head over to the Viking area and see what that looks like because we've never been to it since it's open, so we'll have a look and see what it's like. And we're going to go count another disco as a credit. Hurrah!
we've just been on yet another disco coaster. We're chalking up quite a few disco coasters this year. This is quite a nice themed one, to be fair. It's called Thor. And actually this whole area is really nicely themed. They've renamed the Buffalo Coaster, which is behind us, which we're going to go and do now. And yeah, they've added like some little horses. What else have they got? Some little theming areas, some little sit-down areas. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job.
I'm quite impressed that the new owners have obviously put a bit of money in, and Drayton really needed it. The last time I was here was just before it got sold, and it clearly needed some investment because it was dying. And I think they've done a really nice job of it. I hope that it pulls in the punters, especially the families. It is a great place to come if you've got a family with young children, because most of the rides are accessible now, especially since they've done things like Shockwave, which is down to a 1.3. Yeah, and so yeah, it's a really nice area. Happy with it. So I just have a bit of a question. I reckon this is from the old pirate ride. Is this boat from the old pirate ride? Someone tell me, because I reckon it is. What do you think? I think that this boat here behind you is from the old pirate ride over there, and they've used it as a planter, which is a good idea. Reuse.
Where am I looking?
Behind you there, the big boat.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So, maybe not all.
So we did what used to be the Buffalo Coaster. It's nice that they've kept it going. You know, that thing I think is actually older than me. And it's nice that they've given it new trains and a new lease of life. I'm quite happy about that. What do you think to Oliver?
Yeah, it's okay. I can kind of remember it from last year. No, was it?
We haven't been here for 5 years.
Well, 5 years then.
About 3 years.
About 3
I
years.
can't remember. When did the Take Apocalypse out? Someone remind me, because I've got no idea.
2022, we did the Woodathon event.
Yeah, it could be. So, shall we go get the golden nuggets and the haunting, and then back onto Gold Rush and see what it's like on the other version?
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Cool. We're heading over there now. I do like the fact that they've also re-spruced the Western theming over here as well, because that was looking a bit old when we were last here. So I'm quite impressed with it now. So we're cancelling the haunting and we're going on golden nuggets instead, because it's got a really long queue and it's saying that it's only on a 15-minute cycle. So I'm going to have to say it. The one thing that's a bit of a letdown so far today is, it's probably coming across in the video, is the fact that things keep breaking down. We've just spent, half an hour or so in that ride, and the operations were really slow, and then the ride's broken down. And just like Maelstrom, where we were in the queue probably for about 20 odd minutes, then the ride broke down whilst we were on it. And they don't seem to do anything to say, oh, come back or have a fast pass or something for later, like a lot of parks do. They just say that that's a waste of time. So today we've spent an hour today in queues where things are broken down. I don't know if that's normal for this park. It's something that Alton Towers have had issues with recently. But let us know if that's something normal for Drayton Manor, because it does make it hard to recommend the place to people if I'm going to say that you're going to come here and spend a lot of your time walking to rides that then shut. What do you think?
Yeah, and also the Wave didn't open, did it, till gone 12 o'clock?
Yeah.
Just didn't open. So I personally don't like the staggered opening hours, because I just think you paid for the whole day. All the rides should be open from the time that you go in. That's my opinion anyway. But.
So we've got another ride again, which was open earlier, is now shut.
Oh.
So Maelstrom, we did finally manage to be able to get on it.
Been working so hard, I'm punching my card.
Okay, so we have just finished our day out at Drayton Manor Park, and it's been a really good day, hasn't it? We got on all the rides we wanted to. The queue lines weren't too long, and we got absolutely soaked on the log flume, which is always a good thing. We're going to hand you over to the boys and they can tell you what their favourite rides were. There you go, Ted.
So, about Gold Rush, I think Gold Rush was a nice kiddie coaster.
Family coaster.
Family coaster. Yeah, I liked it when it went backwards. It was quite fun actually. I think the loop was also nice and smooth on the Wave. So I think this is the decent park. It's worth the journey. My favourite ride here was the log flume. I really liked when it went backwards. I got absolutely drenched, still wet. I wonder when I'll dry off. It's probably in a few days.
Yeah, I agree with Oliver. I reckon that Stormforce 10 is probably the best log flume in the UK at the moment. I can't think of anything better. I'm not counting Valhalla as a log flume because I think that that's more a dark ride and it's not really a log flume boat. So just to give the ideas of prices, it was just a couple of pounds shy of £120 for the day for 4 of us.
Including the parking.
Yeah, that £8 of that is the parking. Get paid for the car parking online before you get here. It's £9.50 when you get here. It's £7 something when you're out of there. So the negatives I'd say is they've got a wasp problem. They've got too many open bins, so there's a lot of wasps flying around everywhere. That's a bit of an issue, and the maintenance seems to be a bit of a problem because quite a few of the rides broke down either whilst we're in the queue or whilst we're going to them. But overall, was it a decent experience for the money? If you think that you're probably paying £40 to £50 for Orton Towers, it is not half as bad as Orton. It's not that Orton Towers is twice as good. So yeah, it's pretty decent value, I reckon.
Yeah, and I think the park is looking much better than it was.
Yeah.
Sort of, I think it was 3 years ago we were here. They're making a lot of improvements, aren't they? The new area is really nice, really clean looking.
Yeah, definitely. They've spent some money and it is looking better than it was 5 years ago.
Just a shame about the wasps, really, because you don't expect them in mid-July. It's more something you expect towards the end of August. So did put a little bit of a damper on the day because I'm not the biggest fan of wasps and Oliver is really not a big fan, are you? All right.
Anyway, just on one last thing was with the food. It is we couldn't really get to any of them because the queues were so long, so we just gave up in the end on that.
And
that's
wasps.
the reason why. Yeah, so we're going to go instead and find a McDonald's.
Okay, so Ted just wanted to say one more thing as well. Ted?
So also about Gold Rush, you might not want to hear this, just in case, but Gold Rush has 2 different versions of it. So in the morning, there's like one version of it, and then in the afternoon there's different tracks to it, so it's different.
You go a different way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We would have been able to do that, but again, it broke down.
And it's still broken down now, isn't it? Even after leaving the park. So we saw a man on the track trying to fix it. So I don't think it's going to.
These things happen. Let us know if you've been here or if you come here regularly, and if that's a common thing, or whether we've just been unlucky with the ride maintenance.
Anyway, guys, what do we need to do? What do we need to ask them to do?
Like and subscribe.
Please.
One day they're going to be synchronised. Have a good day, all.
Yeah.
I really liked that roller coaster that I've just been on. Where's it called?
New ones have been better.
So we've just been on Stormforce 10, and as you can tell, I am absolutely soaked. How are you doing, Ted?
Wet. Just wet. I'm wet.
Yeah, we got the back seat. Let's have a look at the people who got a seat in front of us. They actually have a little dry patch there, here or there.
Where? Where do I have a dry patch?
That's dry.
No, it's not.
That's dry.
That was a very wet. Oh, and there's a wasp.